One of the top leadership positions here in Lubbock will soon be decided during next month's general elections. Coming up, we'll show you how a Texas Tech group is helping Red Raiders take an active part in the political process.
Sexual assault is an all-too-common issue that affects millions of people worldwide. Find out how Texas Tech is taking time this month to raise awareness to the issue and help bring healing to the university community.
And basketball season is officially over here at Texas Tech, but the Red Raiders are still making headlines just a couple weeks into the offseason. MCTV's Nathan Boles has the details on the latest round of roster changes in sports.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Thursday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Laden.
And I'm Elene Khajishvili. In exactly 1 month, the polls will open and local voters will have a chance to make their voice heard regarding issues and races that directly affect the hub city.
Many members of the tech community will play an important role in helping decide the future of Lubbock. And last night, several university groups brought special guests to campus to help educate potential voters. Tech the Vote hosted the 2024 Lubbock Mayoral Candidate Forum in the School of Law's Lunar Auditorium yesterday evening at 6 p.m. Candidates Adam Hernandez, Steve Messingale, Mark McBrayer, Tony Renteria, and Stephen Sanders were all available to talk about their platform and answer questions regarding their campaign goals. All 6 candidates will be listed on the May 4th ballot, along with Colton Bacon, who was not in attendance at the forum. Tech the Vote is a nonpartisan student group that works to help educate students and helps Red Raiders register to vote. Along with last night's forum, the group also planned a registration drive that was scheduled to take place earlier today in the Subwest Plaza. Today is the last day to register for the May 4th election. Early voting for next month's elections begins on Monday, April 22nd, and will continue through Tuesday, April 30th. Election day is Saturday, May 4th. Anyone who is registered to vote in Lubbock County can stop by a local polling station to cast a vote, but you can also request a ballot to vote by mail. For more information on the upcoming city and schools elections, visit votelubbock.org.
April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Throughout the month, events take place around the country to help bring awareness to the issue of sexual assault and the millions of victims affected every year. Here on campus, the Office of Risk Intervention and Safety Education organizes an annual schedule of events to help educate students on sexual assault resources, prevention, and coping strategies. Yesterday afternoon, Rice hosted a Pilates in the Park session in the southeast corner of Urbanovsky Park. Students could join in and learn about the mindfulness and healing offered through outdoor Pilates. The session ran from 5 to 6 p.m. and featured an instructor and staff from UREC's Fitwell office. Yesterday's Pilates in the Park was the first of several events taking place here on campus during this year's observance of Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Later in April, several annual events will be hosted around the university, including Denim Day, Take Back the Night, and the Exhale Art Exhibit. For more information on these events and other regular activities organized by Rice, visit rice.ttu.edu and click on the What We Do tab at the top of the page.
Throughout the year, the School of Art offers many opportunities for students to show off their work in one of the art building's landmark arts galleries. In between now and the end of the week, you have a chance to check out one annual display that showcases some of this year's best creations. The 38th Annual Juried Art Student Exhibition is on display from now until Sunday. The installation features various works created by art students enrolled in art classes during this current school year. For this particular exhibit, students submitted their creations to be judged by Mike Calloway Fagan, a visual artist and independent curator from Tennessee. The display features a variety of art, including paintings, sculptures, and jewelry. Prizes were awarded to first, second, and third place entrants, along with several honorable mentions. The winning pieces are currently on display in the Art Building Studio Gallery. If you'd like to check out the exhibit in person, you can stop by the gallery today and tomorrow between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday from noon to 4 p.m. All of the art building galleries are free and open to the public. Spring conditions are finally starting to settle in across the South Plains. Over the last 7 days, afternoon highs have climbed up into the high 70s and low 80s, other than a mild cool-off on Tuesday.
The early week cold front didn't stick around for long. Yesterday morning, temperatures began to climb quickly and eventually topped out just below 80 degrees. The afternoon highs, sunshine, and clear skies created a beautiful spring day. Even the wind speed was not much of a factor on Wednesday. Here at Texas Tech, it was a great day to get out and see the tulips and flowers planted around campus. And even the local wildlife took advantage of the beautiful weather.
So will the first weekend of April bring a continuation of the mild conditions we've seen this week? MCTV's weather specialist Elisabeth Herring joins us now with a look at the forecast. Elisabeth?
Well, it certainly has been a beautiful week here at Texas Tech. All the flowers are out as well as the grass is looking so green recently. This week we did have some gorgeous weather. We had a little bit of a cool off Tuesday, but otherwise we did have some beautiful weather. Not too much wind that we normally see quite yet in the springtime, but it looks like that is going to pick up as we move on into this weekend. Starting tomorrow, those wind speeds are going to start to pick up throughout the South Plains, getting into the mid to upper 20s tomorrow afternoon. As we go into the evening, they are going to continue to increase with speeds in the 30s, mid 30s, and upper 20s across the South Plains. Saturday is really when we're going to see those wind speeds pick up into the, looks like upper 40s in some parts of the South Plains. So Saturday we could definitely see some blowing dust in the area, and by Sunday those wind speeds are going to still be prevalent, but they are going to taper back. Today, definitely a warmer day in the South Plains than what we've seen. Tuesday highs were around 60 and Wednesday around 70. Today, mostly 80s, some parts even getting to the upper 80s across the South Plains. Snyder 84, Turkey 86, as well as Matador out in Warren 81, and it should be a beautiful sunshiny rest of the day. As we look at tonight, a mild night tonight compared to what we've been seeing. Lows in the lower 50s and upper 40s across the South Plains. Snyder 53 up in Turkey, a little bit cooler with a low of 47. Demet 45 and Morton 49. As we look at tomorrow, highs looking a lot like they did today, a little bit warmer in some parts. Snyder 85, Jayden 86, as well as Spur up in Turkey 85, Demet 82, Morton 84. And again, tomorrow early afternoon, late morning is when we're going to see those wind speeds really begin to pick up. Tonight here locally in Lubbock, a low of 53 degrees. Tomorrow, a warmer day with a high of 84. Again, breezy tomorrow, but our biggest winds are going to be on Saturday with a little bit cooler high of 69. Sunday staying in the 70s with a high of 75. Again, those winds still prevalent, but they will taper back, especially as we move on into Monday. High of 79. Tuesday, Wednesday, a little bit cooler with highs in the 60s. Thursday, staying in the 60s, but upper 60s with a high of 68 and partly cloudy skies. Tuesday and Wednesday, we could possibly see some rain here in the South Plains, and while we're not currently in a drought, rain is always welcome. I'm Elizabeth, and it's back to y'all.
Thanks, Elizabeth. You may not know it, but Texas Tech has a highly competitive and well-respected rodeo team, with members who travel around the country on behalf of the Double T.
MCTV's Mia Fletcher recently stopped by the team's headquarters to find out how they get ready for competition while offering unique opportunities for the local rodeo community.
The Texas Tech Rodeo team hosts weekly jackpots at the Texas Tech Equestrian Center. The team invites aspiring competitors to show off their skills for the chance to win a cash prize. Mary Zabel is a barrel racer for the rodeo team and believes events like the jackpots offer good opportunities to improve their skills before heading to the main competitions.
We kind of help each other out, give each other advice. If we see someone doing bad, we'll help out and film and critique each other, and that's how we make each other better.
Texas Tech Rodeo athletes work day and night to compete in hopes to win championships, which is what they're working towards right behind me. These jackpots that are held here in Lubbock hold some of the best competitors around. Team member Kylie Mass says that competing in these events has not only offered her more experience, but also a chance to meet others who love the sport.
I think my favorite part about being on the rodeo team is growing up, I felt like rodeo was just kind of me and my horse and only us. But on being on the team, you have a lot of people to bounce ideas off, get support from, and just support others as well. You might have a bad day, but you'll still go into the arena and support other people wearing the red and black.
Although the audience only sees the final results, Mass says that it takes a lot of behind-the-scenes work and team building to achieve success.
Our practices are all a team effort. Somebody's working the shoot, while somebody's practicing anything else to job. So working together and just wanting the best for everyone on the team is, I think, the best way that we overcome those challenges.
The rodeo team will be competing at Western Texas College in Snyder this weekend. For more information on future jackpots and events, you can follow the team on Facebook and Instagram. For MCTV, I'm Mia Fletcher.
Texas Tech baseball and softball are both coming off a successful week of play with hopes of continuing that momentum into their next round of conference competition.
MCTV's Nathan Boles has previews of the next series on the Diamonds, but starts off back on the court in sports. Nathan?
Thanks, Austin and Elene. It's college basketball in 2024, and that means the transfer portal is up and running. And it now includes even more Red Raiders. Lamar Washington and Demarion Williams officially entered the transfer portal yesterday. Washington played 30 of 34 games this year, coming off the bench each time. He averaged just under 9 minutes a game. Williams played just 19 minutes all season across 7 games. Both players were in their second year with the program. Tech has now had 5 players enter the transfer portal. Kyron Lindsay, Robert Jennings, and Pop Isaacs are the other 3 to enter the portal since the season ended. Devin Cambridge was reported by On3 to plan to enter the portal, but it is now reported he decided not to enter after all. In all, the Red Raiders currently have 6 players returning from last season, led by Darian Williams and super senior Cambridge. Williams made the All-Big 12 third team last season in his first year as a Red Raider. Cambridge only played 8 games before getting hurt, and he will likely receive a medical hardship waiver to play next season. Grant McCaslin got a lot of transfers last year to fill out a team that ultimately made the NCAA tournament in his first year. It looks like he'll have to do the same thing again. Moving to the Diamond, Red Raiders softball took a trip to Abilene on their way to Waco and picked up a midweek win. Let's go ahead and pick it up in the first inning. Riley Love hitting this one for a double. That one was pretty easy. RBI double puts Texas Tech up 1-0 early. Later, here in the top of the first inning, get it to Demi Elder. And Elder, she ends up taking it all the way back. That's a 2-run shot from Demi Elder, and Texas Tech is up 4-0 early. Offense was humming, so was the defense. Bottom of the second, Maddie Keel. Strikeout number 2 on the day for her. She had 8 in this one in just a 5-inning game. And we talk about Kaylee Wyckoff's offense, but here she is in left field making a great diving catch to get that out there, Texas Tech. And the Red Raiders won 15-6 in 5 innings. Texas Tech will stay on the road this weekend for a Big 12 series against number 21 Baylor. Tech is 23-10 on the season with a 3-6 record in the Big 12 after losing 2 of 3 to UCF. First pitch of the series is Friday at 6:30. Back to a different diamond, Red Raider baseball will continue a 5-game homestand this weekend. The Red Raiders are coming off 2 wins over Stanford on Monday and Tuesday. Monday's was a dramatic walk-off win. Kevin Bazell tied the game in the bottom of the 9th with a 2-run homer, and then Austin Green eventually got the final RBI with a single in the bottom of the 11th to get Tech the win 10-9. Tuesday's looked more like it would be a blowout, but then Stanford roared back to actually make the game close. Despite the partial comeback from Stanford, the Red Raiders held on to win 15-12. Texas Tech's next home series at Danlaw Field at Rip Griffin Park will see them play Houston. Texas Tech will enjoy this 5-game homestand as their next 6 games will end up being on the road. The Red Raiders and Cougars will start off the series Friday at 6:30. That's all for sports. Back to you, Austin and Elene.
Thanks, Nathan. So, Austin, are you planning to stop by and watch some Red Raider baseball this weekend?
Unfortunately not. I will not be in town, but next time they make a homestand, I'll be sure to be there. What about you?
Yes, I'm going there with my friend, Reckham. That's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check out ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you next week.